the count of 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's Brittany, and today's video I'm super excited about. I mean, I'm always excited about my videos. I feel like I'm always saying that. But today's video is all about Fort Niagara, which is one of the most haunted places in New York. There's been so many reports of paranormal activity at Fort Niagara, but especially inside the French castle on the very top floor. So of course, I had to go up there, and I was all alone up there because it's kind of a dead time of year, so nobody was really there. So I was like, heck yes, I'm going up there, but people have heard lots of footsteps. There was a group of people that actually heard a man on the top floor speaking in French, like murmuring in French. And it was kind of hard to like understand him, you know what I mean? Even though, like, I guess if you don't understand French, that is. But so that was really creepy. So I wanted to go up to the 3rd floor. So here is a clip of me going up there. It's so eerie up here. I'm all alone up here. My footsteps sound so scary. When people reported hearing footsteps, that's what I picture, my footsteps that you're hearing right now. But I love it. So it was definitely eerie being up there. I was all by myself up there too. It was kind of, you know, a dead time of year to go to the fort. There wasn't really anybody there. When I first arrived in the morning, there was a whole bus load of people that came from New York City, apparently. It was colder up there, but then again, it wasn't really a warm day. It was kind of cool outside, but it was a lot cooler up there than the other places in the French castle. So while I was there, I was talking to Derek, and he works at the fort, and he is all into the paranormal, and he subscribed to my channel when I was there, so thank you. And so hopefully he's watching this right now. But he was really cool to talk to. He's had numerous paranormal experiences while he's been there. But here is a video of him explaining to you guys about the Headless ghost. So enjoy.
Now, this well we're sitting in front of right here, this is the original well from when the fort was built in 1726. It's built as, of course, a water supply in case of siege. But there's also a legend about it that stems back from the beginnings of the fort, and that involves a young Frenchman in the French army, his officer, and a woman from the Native American camps outside the fort. Now, it starts like this. There's going to be a dance party on the 3rd floor of the castle. However, women were not allowed to be here during the French period, so what they had to do was they had to go outside of fort grounds and ask the native women if they wanted to be their dance partners. So, this young French officer goes out there, asks the most beautiful native woman he has ever seen. She says yes, they come back. The officer notices this woman on his underling's arm, and he grows exceptionally jealous. Now, in those days, if you put a beautiful woman and 2 Frenchmen in the same room together, there was going to be blood. So, the officer, being the jealous man he was, challenges the underling to a duel. In some versions, the roles are reversed. Now, either way you slice it, these 2 gentlemen take out their swords and they start dueling over this woman. They duel down the staircase over here, purportedly to about where I'm standing right now. At this point, the officer trips and falls backwards, allowing his opponent the opportunity to run him through with his sword. Now, of course, if you killed your officer in that time, that was punishable by death. So he decides he wants to hide the body. There's an old trick, supposedly, that the Native Americans would use to hide bodies. According to legend, they would chop up the body into pieces and hide the pieces all over the place. So this is what the young underling decides he's going to do. So he starts with the head. He cuts off his officer's head and is just starting to start on the body when people start coming down the stairs. So he's got to think quick. So what does he do? He drags the body up and throws it into the well. Grabs the head real quick, runs out back behind the castle, and lobs the head into the lake. Apparently he got away with murder. He was not found out. And so, every now and again it is reported that there is a headless specter that will rise from the well, peruse the fort grounds in search of his head.
So like I said, Derek has had numerous experiences at the fort, but the one that he is about to tell you guys about was probably one of the scariest ones that he's had. I filmed him talking about his experience and he kind of reenacted it for you guys. So here is his experience that he had, and I hope you enjoy it.
Right here is the old French powder magazine. Once upon a time, back in the early days of the restoration of the fort, we had a medium in here. And this medium refused to go anywhere near this room. It was purportedly very haunted. Myself, I was locking up through this door one very night. And as I closed the door, just about to hear, I saw a hand with a white sleeve, a red boot cuff, and vertical gold lace reach out to stop the door from closing at about this level. Of course, I closed the door thinking, must be my coworkers. We did have somebody reenacting that very soldier type. So I open the door, I look around, of course there's no one here. So, knowing I'm the only one with the key, lock the door back up and go around and search the rest of the castle. Nobody's there, I come back down, lock the door, go through, same thing happens right about at this level as I'm closing the door. The boot cuff, the white sleeve, the gold lace. Once more, I kind of pause and think that can't be. Then, I hear the knock. So I open the door again. There's nobody standing here. Admitting that what I just experienced was a intrusion of the supernatural into my perceptions, I basically resigned myself to the fact that I wasn't going to get anywhere by investigating further, so I locked the door and I walked out. So I checked the legends afterwards and found the legend of the French lieutenant on the second floor. I looked afterwards and found, the accounts of the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts here in the French voice. People have heard whisperings and seen shadows, footsteps on the second floor and all.
Was that creepy or what? So he was quite the character, and I loved how he was just like reenacting it, and I just love meeting people who are just so into the paranormal like I am. It makes the experience so much better, you know what I mean? But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. As always, you rock my world in the song lyrics of Michael Jackson. Hashtag team Birdie44, hashtag Barilla Rins, hey! And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!